Welcome to the War on Wellness. Today we're talking about three powerful foods that can help you age gracefully. You definitely want to tune in for this. I want to welcome everybody who is watching me through StreamYard, watching on my Facebook page, my Facebook personal profile, and my Facebook group. My Facebook group. So happy to see you. And now let's also welcome in those who are watching on my Instagram. Three powerful foods to help you age gracefully. We're going to welcome our Instagrammers on into the room. They are usually very good at joining. And so I'm going to put them in the room. I'm going to make sure that our YouTubers are also in the room. So wonderful, very good. Okay, says that I'm live on Instagram. Loving it, loving it. Okay, YouTube says that I'm here too. Yay! All green check marks. I am happy to hear it. Okay, now can you hear me? That is the question that I have for you today. We're talking about three powerful foods that can help you age gracefully. And it's very important because you know what? We cannot control the fact that we age. Nope, we can't do it. We can't control the fact that we age, but we can control the ability to age well. And so we're gonna get these tools today. And if you know somebody that you care for, you can send this broadcast to them and share it with them also. So there is an African proverb that rings true. It says, a person well prepared has already won half the battle. A person well prepared has already won half the battle. So by fueling our bodies with the right foods, we can prepare ourselves to age well, to age with vitality, to age with grace, and to age with strength. Those are three traits that we definitely want to engage in. So, aging is a natural process. We know that. And we don't have any control of that, but we can control how well we age with using the right nutrients. And so, I have three foods, but let's go ahead and dive into it. We'll go ahead and dive into that, and I'll come back to my comment later. But food number one is berries. So, name a berry in the comments. Don't name strawberries because everybody thinks about strawberries. So name another berry in the comments. And berries are going to be essential. They're going to be very important. I really didn't used to have a lot of berries in my life. I mean, not even strawberries, one of the most popular berries. And there are other berries that are really good for you too because they help in collagen production. And so the collagen production, that's going to help with the firmness of our skin, the youthfulness, the repair and the skin damage. And the skin can be damaged through many different methods. It might be the toxins that your skin gets from absorbing, whether it's sunlight, because you can get too much sunlight and that will be toxic for you. Or it might be from smoking, so that's inhaling smoking, whatever the smoking that you're doing, that can damage your skin and your aging, your vitality. And it can also you can also add toxins to your skin by the environment or the foods or drinks that you consume in your wellness journey. So we have to be mindful of all of those. So collagen, for those of you who may not know, is it's one of the most abundant proteins in the body. It's the primary building block for skin, muscles, tendons, for the ligaments, for the connective tissue, a whole host of components that help us operate well and help us to live well. And so berries contain that. They also contain flavonoids, and flavonoids, they help fight inflammation. That's a big contributor to aging, the inflammation in our body. So Flavonoids are biologically active compounds found in plants. And so the medicinal benefits of the flavonoids is going to be that it's going to be anti-cancerous, it's going to be anti-inflammatory, it's going to be antioxidant, it's going to be antiviral. And at least where I live here in Virginia and in most of the United States, the winter time is the time when there are a lot more viruses going around because we're closed up in the cooler weather. And so we want to prepare our bodies to be able to fight. So berries, they do that. And they also improve our brain function and our cognitive aging. There is a such thing as cognitive aging, and you can age before your time cognitively, or you can age as you're intended to cognitively. So, a diet rich in fruits and vegetables, especially those that have a high concentration of antioxidant foods like berries, are gonna have a 33% lower risk of age-related diseases. And so just popping berries are going to reduce your heart disease risk and your cognitive decline. So what I like to do too is to tell you how you can incorporate, what are the actionable tips that you can use to incorporate berries into your diet. And I want to look back here and see if we have comments on types of berries that we can use in our diet. And some of those include, yes, some of those berries include, oh, good, somebody said boysenberries. Very good. And blueberries, yes, blueberries are very good for you. Blackberries, I just discovered a blackberry tree in my backyard. And so that is one berry, or those are several other berries that you've thought of. Very good. And mulberries, yes, another. I just discovered what a mulberry tree is. I mean, I used to sing kind of a I think it was a nursery rhyme about the mulberry bush. And although I did that, I had no idea what a mulberry was. And so just this year, I actually saw a mulberry bush, a mulberry tree, to actually see it out in the wild, so to speak. So, yes, you are definitely correct with those being the different types of berries. There's also gooseberries, and there's another berry, and I can't remember it now. Um, but it's goji berry. That's what it is. Thank you. Ah, look at that. That cognitive aging has not progressed beyond beyond my norm. So good. So actionably, you can incorporate berries by putting them in your morning smoothie. You put them in your hot cereal. You can add them, have them as a snack. It has anti-aging benefits. You definitely want to add the berries. Second food is avocados. Avocados. I happen to have a show and tell avocado today because avocados happen to be my favorite, one of my most favorite fruits. And the avocado is chock full of healthy fats, particularly monounsaturated fats. It hydrates the skin. It maintains elasticity in the skin. It's high in vitamin E and other antioxidants, so it reduces skin inflammation, and it's just really good for your skin. It improves the texture. It protects against sun damage. To avocados. I know some people don't like them, like my sister doesn't like avocados. I don't know what's wrong with her, but anyway. So avocados are heart healthy and help in lowering bad cholesterol and reducing heart disease. If you don't like avocados, then find another option that you can use. But for those of us who like it, avocados are really good for you. So avocados. Now, actionable tip that you can use for avocados and incorporating them into your diet, put them in your salads. I always do. Always do. I actually use them in my savory meals too, whether it's a pasta, whether it's a grain, I'm adding avocados to it. And one of my favorite ways to eat avocado, which I actually don't do enough because I guess I don't eat a lot of bread, is avocado toast. So if I'm traveling, I go somewhere and they have it on the menu, will, it will win out a lot of times over other items on the menu. Avocado toast is another way to incorporate it, and you can incorporate it into your smoothies for a creamy skin boosting addition. Some people like it in their smoothies, some people don't, but it is good for you. So the third food is leafy greens. Leafy greens, yay for leafy greens! It's all season long, but especially in the wintertime and the warmer seasons and the cooler seasons, leafy greens. So put in the comments what your favorite leafy green is. I'm curious to know if your leafy greens are some of my favorite as well. So put in the comments some of your favorite leafy greens. So leafy greens like kale, like spinach, like arugula, they're packed full of nutrients that are essential to our skin health and our bone health as well. So it helps repair the skin cells and that prevents premature aging. It helps boost collagen production that I was talking about earlier and reducing wrinkles and maintaining skin firmness also. I like I mentioned, I celebrated my 61st, can't even get it out, 61st birthday this year, actually just last month. And I've seen, I can go back and look at my pictures from when I was in my 20s and from now, and there's a difference. And that's okay. So I am not advocating that you go out and you get, you know, this job, uh, and the needles or all those things to try to look younger. That is not the intention of this broadcast. What I want you to do is to take these three powerful foods and age gracefully. And I'm going to give you a tip as well. So we're talking about avocados. I'm sorry, we're talking about leafy greens. They all help with this. So leafy greens are going to help reduce the premature aging because of the vitamins that it carries and boost collagen production and maintain the skin firmness. So leafy greens also help in strong bones. Yeah, actually it does. So it helps prevent issues like osteoporosis, which is a prevalent issue amongst aging people. And all of us age unless we're doing the other option, which is no longer aging, and we know what that is. So the actionable tips for getting leafy greens into your diet. Again, you can add them into your smoothies. You can saute them. Don't cook them to death. Okay, don't cook the leafy greens until they become gray. Oh my goodness, no. You've cooked out all the nutrients out of it. You just might as well just, really skip it. So you want there to still be some green in your greens. Okay. So saute them and not cooking them for all day or a really long time. You can eat them raw as well in salads, and try to get at least a serving a day with it. You can incorporate it into your foods. If you're making a lasagna, you can cut up spinach and add it to the lasagna. You can add it to a smoothie. Whatever it is, you want to incorporate it into your diet. So let's see what leafy greens that you've come up with. And those leafy greens, yes, watercress. Yeah, I think I remember my grandmother talking about it, but I think she called them creases. Anybody ever heard of creases or heard of watercress referred to as creases? Yes, that is definitely a good green. Collard greens, yes, of course. Collard greens, I'm telling you, when they're cooked right, they are the truth. Collard greens are so good. They really are. So yes, those are really good leafy greens. And I just gotta say this. That lettuces also count for leafy greens. And I mean, even though like kale, spinach, collards, and arugula, those might be near the top, romaine lettuce is very good for you as well, those lettuces. And I just have a bone to pick with the iceberg lettuce people. A lot of people only want to make their salads with iceberg lettuce, and or their sandwiches with iceberg lettuce, and that has the least amount of nutrients. Just you're basically eating water if you're eating iceberg lettuce. That's just the truth. So you want to increase your nutrient value. So you want to incorporate dark green leafy vegetables, dark green leafy lettuce options. If you're making whatever it is that you're making, maybe you have your iceberg lettuce, but also have the other lettuce, the other lettuces, and there are so many to choose from. So here is the bonus, the bonus of the powerful foods that help you age gracefully. And they are nuts. Be nuts about nuts. And so nuts are a healthy fat. It's a protein. That's where a lot of us plant-based eaters get our protein from. One of the sources is full of antioxidants, so it helps keep your cells healthy. It's also great for anti-aging. Walnuts, especially, they're full of omega-3 fatty acids, and that helps reduce inflammation, which helps it helps reduce inflammation, which is an enemy of aging well. Walnuts also support brain health. So again, the cognitive function is going to be really important. So nuts like almonds and walnuts, and in my travels, especially to Caribbean countries, there are a lot of walnut trees that just like line the beaches and just like line the streets, and they're walnuts that just are plentiful, being trotted into the ground because there's so many of them. And sometimes people use the large either noni or walnut tree leaves as plates because they're so nice and sturdy. But anyway, I digress. But I love my travels, just seeing all the walnut trees, and they just grow like these big umbrellas of the shade of the table. Okay, thank you for let me take you down my memory lane about the walnut trees. So walnuts and almonds are very hydrating to the skin, and they help protect it from the sun damage. So there's a statistic that people who consume nuts regularly have a 20% lower risk of cardiovascular disease. Lower risk of cardiovascular disease, and they live longer. Now, here's the kicker: you only need a handful or palm full of nuts. Don't go and try to like to eat the whole package. And I'm not talking about nuts that are covered with sugary substances or that are just really, really salty. Especially be mindful if you have high blood pressure. So one way to combat that, remember for a presentation that I spoke at, that that one of the attendees, they love nuts, and so how could they combat the high salt content? So what I do is I buy one bag of unsalted and one bag of low salt, and I mix those two together so that in the long run I get less salt. So that's just a tip that you can use too. It's just another actionable tip from plant-based Penny. So you incorporate these nuts. You can use them as snacks. You can add them to salads, yes, you can, and add them to smoothies, which I do every morning that I have a smoothie. And remember, it has skin and heart benefits. So, in conclusion, really quick, just to recap, three amazing foods that are going to help you age gracefully. They're going to be just think of BAL, ball, berries, avocados, and leafy greens. And the bonus is going to be nuts. So each one of these is good in supporting our skin health, our brain function, our heart health, and give us vitality and strength that we were talking about as we age. Remember the African proverb that a person who is well prepared has already won half the battle. So when you incorporate these foods into your daily routine, you're giving yourself the tools to age well, and to live a vibrant life. I am Penny, also known as Plant Based Penny, and I help people move from problems to progress with plant based solutions. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Tabitha. Hey, Aaron. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, Petrella. Hey, Stanford. Stephanie. Sandra. All of you, thank you for joining today. I'm here on Wednesday evenings, usually at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I provide one on one consultations and speaking engagements. So I thank you for being here, and I will leave you with my outro video. Have a great evening.